All right, let's flip it over. Look at that angle. This cat, man, he's smart. Always involved. He's always involved, this kitty. Top cat. He's a top cat. All right, I want to set a timer before I start. Let me set a timer for the rounds. Oh, shit. Bing, bing, bing. Look, I'm not even set up. Oh, man. All right. Look at that. So we're doing, all right, not too crazy. 3-minute rounds, 3-second break. I'll work on punches. You got scared, man. Oh, you're right there. You could come back, oh my God. Oh, 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 oh. So when you're starting off, it's good to use the first round. Like when I teach, let's say basic classes, I'll focus just, light on the feet, people getting used to their guard, starting off with the 1-2. Or let's say they're super beginner, just the jab. So typical mistakes with the jab. This is a poor jab. Too close. Too far. So the beginner should find their comfortable distance, hit with the first 2 knuckles, keep the other hand up like a shield, and figure out their space, right? Maybe they could try stepping, staying light on their feet. Typical mistake is people will stop right here, rooting like a tree, and that's not the time and place for that. So I do the same thing with cross. It's not always perfect, but I try to figure it out. That's the point, is just warming up, getting used to the technique with impact. Okay, I think I'm comfortable enough. I do my 1-2. And that's it, that's focus. And if you're doing this, go at a pace that you're comfortable at, but if you want to pick it up, pick it up. That's half a round. Okay. Always back your hands up, keeping a good guard. When you're more advanced, right, keep moving, fake it out. See there, I'm using head movement for defense, hand movement, footwork, where I'm hitting, but I'm conscious, or at least trying to imagine an opponent that's going to shoot back, or me hitting and shifting angles for my attack. And that's all over here. Let's warm it up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I mean, losing discipline, so stay on. You should come over here. I'll put you over here. You're going to be more comfortable. Nick. This guy, such a friend. He's been with me. He's been here. Really 17. Such a good cat. And he's purring. He's purring. He's sometimes he likes it, sometimes he doesn't. And this is me losing. Oh, doing the claw thing. Kitty cuddle break. Very important to just be in tune with nature. I'm very appreciative that I can train this way. Usually this happens to everyone. It's just when you're used to something, you're born into something, to you it's just the normal thing, right? And my family always, oh, we're poor, we're impoverished, because comparison to other people have massive land, kingdoms. So, you can move here. So you can still be in it, but you go like here. You can still be there. Oh, he's out. All right, whatever. Let's keep going. All right. So, look, I just have these trees, have this, that. From a certain perspective, it's like, wow, what a cool gym. But if my mind was locked to it, I wouldn't put up shit. Be like, I don't have shit. All I got is dirt. In other places, I didn't have access to anything like this, or just a space. Or if I go somewhere, if I go move to New York, what? A little square spot, a space, I'm gonna pay $1,000 a month. This is our family's land. We do whatever we want. And then people always, throughout my whole life, trying to convince me, you're poor, you're poor. For my parents, but like to other regular people. And now that I see it, like, man, who lives like this? You will own nothing. You will have nothing and be happy. I can't do the Klaus Schwab. Evil. The Klaus Schwab. Evil voice. Man, how could you even come up with a character like Klaus Schwab? Think about it. Dude is German. Half the population of the world. You would have microchips embedded in your body. It's like comedic evil. This is a James Bond villain. He's bald. He got the fucking the Sith master robes. Remember that one when he came out with it? You will eat the body like it's beagles. I can't do his voice, but you know it's freaking creepy and evil with a German accent, you know. Plus raspy, and he's old and bald. Oh, my bald friend's gonna take that offensive. Don't take that offensive. You know what I mean. That guy. It's not the Stone Cold type of baldness. Klaus Schwab bald. Different bald. Not the Heihachi Mishima bald. That's badass. Klaus Schwab. Oh, I make that moving. So, I hope, I'm trying to figure out this format, like a workout talk. Never done it before. I tried to go live on Instagram. I used to be able to go live, now I need 1,000 followers. You know I've been struggling for like, maybe 2 years. I didn't get 100 followers more in one shot. I started posting heavy juice stuff recently after they let everybody out, so to speak. You know? And then I tested it. Anything that has the Jewish stuff blows up. But I make philosophy, natural law, authentic content. Nah, they don't push my stuff. I've been banned since 2020. You know, pushing this new channel. Remember, I had over I was really doing great before COVID. There has to be one day restitution from all the censorship and stuff, because this has cost me so many financial opportunities, everything. You know, businesses and everything's attached to social media. So if you want to do something and grow it on social media, at least for my personal stuff, very challenging, right? It's been growing, but challenging. Compared to like, I work with big brands, people moving big money, doing their social media work, boom, easy, everything grows. Run the ads, run this, no problem. And you could be selling bullshit. Insurance, MLM, a course to just be positive. And, you know, cool. You tell people, man, sovereignty is your responsibility as a cognitive being, and that's being in the mind of God. Because to do that, you have to use reason. Reason is man's main tool for survival, for identifying what's happening in reality, and understand choosing right versus wrong. That the ability to say to choose right over wrong, that's freedom. And that isn't that the original crime, right? The fruit of knowledge. And what is the fruit of knowledge? Now you understand the difference between right and wrong. But that's not a burden. That's called responsibility. And from there comes authority. That's why the more I think about the Christian mythos, the Christian, what's the origin story? What's the word for it? The creation story. You know, the whole. Now I understand the Gnostic ones better. We start observing, it's like, but why would God want you to be an ignorant cat Goyim, right? It's just some shit they made up. It's obvious. Wow, oh yeah, stupidity for the Goyim, but we got chosen people. We have the magic. We got the guys with the wizard hats and the robes. It's antiseptic if you put them in Harry Potter. Fucking make them gremlins. Antiseptic. Yeah. Before I forget to interject like that, but that's just really funny how people just start associating the goblins with the banks with God's chosen people. Because when I read the book as a teenager, I didn't think of it like that. But it's very obvious now. Anyways, about choosing right from wrong, right? Like, what's Prometheus' crime? Taking the fire of knowledge right from the gods, and they cast him down. Or I like to reference Howard Roark's courtroom speech. It all started with one. The one that's man. Man isn't the one who just goes with the flow. Man stands against the current and chooses where his destiny is. And that's where the power of the individual lies as co-creator. And being practicing consciousness and being sovereign. And what does that really mean? A lot of people, they don't really even know what that means. It means not a slave. You are the source of your own authority. Here where you how to apply the principle of transmutation, like alchemy. Where does the metaphor come from? Of the principle of duality, as above, so below. The principle of polarity, that once you set that authority, you are creating out where you have control of what's going on. But again, it becomes through accepting responsibility. So the duality to hold here like a coin, I almost lost the metaphor I was trying to get to. It's hard, but I'm like, oh, I'm drifting off too much. But I'm trying to stay focused on the bag and keep good form and not be active and not drift off what I'm trying to say at the same time. So that the duality, the coin is internal monarchy, where there is no leader above yourself, but external sovereignty. Sorry, internal monarchy, external anarchy. No masters, no rulers outside of yourself. And if you're able to hold that coin, transmute that, understand that symbol, now we're on the same language. What are you talking about? You gotta vote, man. Without voting, how will the sun rise? Donald Trump, please, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, please, save me, please. Donald Trump, get these people away from me, please. That was God. And like the fourth time he said God, finally. These people, the status. As much if you vote, the people today who are talking about voting, nothing can save them. Jesus can't save them. It's like these hoes. Voters are worse than the hoes. What happened? Is the timer off? Let me see. No. Hold on. We here. Oh, people here. Sorry, I can't see because I'm recording with the phone, guys. So give me 1 second. I just want to make sure my timer is on and all that. Yeah, fuck it. We just keep going. Let me just make sure. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. We're reconnected. Reconnect. So yeah, the voters, the biggest cucks of all time. This is metaphor. Well, symbolism, story, myth. I love it. It is the what happens when in the ancient Egyptian lore, when a person dies. This is the round. Okay, this is the round. I think it just restarted for some reason. So the lore is that when a person dies and they go to the underworld, I'm butchering it, right? I don't remember exactly which deity, whatever. I think they meet Osiris, I think. So they go, and before you enter the Duat, which is, I guess, heaven, right? Afterlife. your heart gets weighed against a feather. And if the heart weighs heavier than a feather, the person is not ready to enter the duat. And they basically kind of wander in the abyss. The word that we use for it more in our culture, limbo type of thing. And they live the bad life. And it makes sense. Your heart is heavy. But if you die, your heart is light as a feather. You die, you're fine. We understand that. Just if you say the words and think of it, what that means in your mind. The symbols that you'll process, you'll understand. I try to put the Egyptians mythos for you to kind of get that. But what I'm trying to tie that in is when you're living a good life, you're living the truth. I think that's high five. Not living my truth. Bullshit. No. Living in the truth. There is no more your truth. There is the truth. Objective reality. So you don't worry about how you're living. You're not worried. You're proud of yourself. So when it comes to young people and stuff like that, something I think about, COVID, never allowing telling people to vote, telling people to believe in bullshit like COVID, to be part of, yeah, just go to college just because, man, and lie and not tell people, man, this didn't work out for me. I'm just seeing a bunch of that. I never told kids go to college, man. So I'm like, yo, what do you like to do? I like to do this. Figure out how to do it now. Wow, Sensei, you're the man. The only person speaking honestly. So that I'm just so cool. There's other people should be stepping up. That's stepping up. This man stepping up to the plate. Just be honest. Be honest. And it doesn't matter what comes. You're strong enough to defend yourself. That's being the king of the jungle, the lion, the panther. Well, they're symbols. You know, the jaguar, the Aztec jaguar, the Roman wolf, the Russian bear, all of those strong symbols. That's how you can embody it. These out here, I'm doing more for us, but I'm a motherfucking liar, a bullshitter. I go vote. You gotta step out of that. Start leading yourself. And you'll naturally have, there's natural hierarchy, so we have to just step up and lead things. But then the people we come in contact and work with, they're kings. They're sovereigns. So you can naturally defer to somebody else. That's what you know. They naturally defer to you. The checks and balances are in nature. They don't need to be put into every fucking rule. So HR lady, the HR lady becomes the queen of the fucking world. Don't you see who's involved in politics? Literally the weakest amongst us. They're liars, grifters. They put on a suit and that's it. And then the fool thinks because he put on a suit, that dude's trustworthy because I don't put on a fucking suit. And the video I tell you about, man, the jobs where I got paid the least, I had to dress up the flyers, man. Looking like a celebrity. Like, yo, where you going? You're in a movie? Nah, man. I work at Macy's. I work some bullshit security job. And I got some sparkly shoes, hair, jewelry. That shit is fake. When I started making money, I was dressing however the fuck I wanted. Walk around Midtown. Workout clothes. Why? Because I work in a gym nearby. Or I'm working out right now when I can. And then I go to college. And the rich people respect it. Because, man, well, that's how I was living in my early 20s, right? Move, 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 go, 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 move. And it's never enough. And you shouldn't feel bad about it. It's just, that's how it's been. But it's never enough if you start considering these people's worldviews and stuff. I was saying earlier, this is our backyard here, right? Which when my parents bought it, everybody said this was a piece of shit. It's in a hole. Da, da, da. Now nobody got nature like this. We got fruit plants. It's always fruits. It's always something. There's meat for sale. Look at it. Look at this brush. Broomstick, my guy. Straight from the palm tree. Broomstick. I like these. Me shoot. Sleep So I know I'm going all over the place here, but I guess that's the chaos of integrating philosophy and martial arts. And I don't think it can come any separately. It cannot. It cannot. It cannot. Because look at all the whole spiritual gurus, whatever. Again, when the situation came like COVID, you bend the knee to the government, right? The people who have confidence, who know they're strong, they stood up for themselves during the scandemic. I used to joke around saying, let me see this still recording. Yo, what happened to the timer, man? All right, so what happened? So what's going on? Oh, that's the timer. So if you looked at like guys who almost look retarded, but they had mad testosterone, like the grug, make no sense. I'll go out. Like imagine you're doing dangerous shit for work every day. Like you're up in the cables, you're an electrician putting up wires up high, shit like that. Like why the fuck you scared of the cold? Like you get the cold all the time. You gotta come in for So no. That don't make no sense. And then again, there were people like the super retarded guys say, oh, again, the super intelligent person, likewise, like, man, this don't make no sense, the contradictions, all that. And the midwit, it's funny, like a lot of the so-called elites and richer people, they're midwits. They went on with the COVID stuff, got triple vax, now they got heart attacks. Well, anyways, tying in what I wanted to say about people who don't engage in the power process and are weak in the sense of you really can't defend yourself, but you can only live off the group. That's not sovereignty. That's the way of the parasite. And unfortunately, that's what we call civilization today. A bunch of people pretending, they all scamming each other, and so pretending to be working together. It's like, shit, man. For me personally, I'd rather go on my own. But when I deal with the type of people I want to deal with, I love working with them. And I want to do a good job and give them my best because they give me their best. And this is the principles Ayn Rand referred to. These are authentic, high-level relationships. Not relationships that are just based, they're based on money. We just talk about money and we make money. Not that you don't work and produce, but it's based on values. Values. That's half around here. Funny, as I said about money. Thing that came into my head was Patrick Bet David. That fucking scam. Created PHP, people helping Patrick. I'm a numbers guy. He's a numbers guy. All right. What was I saying? So, I guess now that I'm used to it, I could plan an idea and just go off that idea. I've never done one of these. And the idea was to put it on Instagram because I actually do have a larger following, like I said earlier. But now you need a thousand boys to follow me for the workouts. Okay. So relationship based on values, producing. That's real civilization, which we don't have now. And it's integration. Real civilization. Another way how I use it, the symbol of a poem to express a form of integration. It's the same thing with how we manage our relationship. So it is based on individualism, what you are as a person. But again, whoever comes up forward are other fathers, other strong individuals. And you create based on values, not just grifting. But look at the world around us. They can't build a road without a grift. You can't paint a wall without a grift. You got to pay 50 people in between for permission. Where's the cut? And they're saying it's not the mafia. It's just like, man, there's more middlemen in normal life. That people, that taxpayer citizens. That's it. If you're citizens, you going. That's what citizens is just a euphemism for tax cow. All the way. So, yeah, look at the, like here in the Dominican Republic, we have a bunch of rains. And people are so surprised with the rains. I remember here, there's whole months where the rain don't stop. Every day rain. And people just like COVID, surprise, I got a cold. I never noticed this before. Because I'm just drunk all the fucking time. Anyways, there's garbage everywhere overflowing. And people want to blame, it's everybody. It's a culture of walking around. Throwing garbage here, throwing garbage there. Not caring about their environment. I see people, like, again, they don't have shit like this. They cut all this down, put concrete, want to put a bar, loud music. That is the normie Dominican way. The shit that the culture that the state promotes with their symbols, like presidente, even in the supermarket nacional. Everything they use to get people to be degenerate is symbols of patriotism. All the alcohol stuff is associated with fucking all day, all day, all day, all day, all day, all day. STD, STD, STD. I got vaccinated. But you sleeping around with 10 different women. You fucking idiot. So they have these rains going on. There's garbage everywhere. Then, like I suggested earlier, like they can't even build a road properly because they're scams. They're trying to steal from the budgets. Well, they'll have a budget for something. They'll try to scheme off here, use cheaper material, not use all the material, sell it. As many scams as you could think of. But the point is, they built something for a bloated price at the end because it's the taxpayer stuff. It's the goy stuff. So now that it's raining, everything's flooding because everything was built on the whole city is being built on layers of scams. Oh shit, it's flooding. I swear that, like, now that I understand it, whatever happened, that it rained for 40 days and no one knew, is a story of people probably living degeneracy and they flooded their, like Atlantis. They could have flooded their own city. We flooded it with garbage because we were having orgies of degeneracy and nonstop alcohol. And we were watching, what's his name? The out of fucking thing, who's probably CIA and the government runs it just to keep people distracted. Man, I need to fill my bag more. At least it's nice and hard on the bottom for when I kick. But I don't feel comfortable in this. It's a little bit too soft on the top. So, again, the culture of grifting leads to complete chaos. This is the initiation of the rim. All right. Maybe I'm just getting too distracted because we were talking. It's harder. I don't see the timer. I'm just, and then accidentally I have the thing with there's a half round timer that sounds the same as the end round timer. Oh, see, now I'm too focused. I shut the fuck up. There's so much here. But yeah, like I know I reference a lot of Ayn Rand, but it's just the best examples of these things. Other than Atlas Shrugged, people were basically in a suicide cult because of the Goyim mindset. Who do I say? I'm not responsible. It's what the boss says. I'm just following orders. And again, that's why the order follower is the harbinger of evil. So some nitwit is going to come and say, well, you don't want to do my job, is that evil? Like, that. Stupid. I'm not going to explain it. Stay on it. What I mean is, people who who say, I'm not conscious. My responsibilities aren't my own. And someone else comes and say, go kill that person. Yes, sir. You are the person who went and killed him. Just because somebody else commanded it doesn't take away the evil action. So for us, it's easy to say with soldiers. They say, look at IDF. Look at these Israeli people. They're so evil. But that happens every day all over the world. So people got to stop projecting to the IDF. Seriously, look at that. Send me the 7K for that one. Send me the 7K. Good boy here. Donald J. Trump. But what I mean by that, sarcasm aside, jokes aside, that people do it again with the police, with the hospital, there's insurance. People work jobs that they know it's a scam, but the money. My boss told me, I'm going to do it. But you just collected profit off harming someone. Not my fault. It's the way it is. That's life. The zero-sum game mentality. Again, that is not the mentality. People who say they're Christian. Yo, man, I got to do what I got to do. Well, yeah, I trust Jesus. Yeah, Jesus told you to go grift your brother. Ah! See? It's insane. Hey, that has me like, yeah, because that's the mindset. That's the bully mindset. They hide behind a character like Jesus, but they don't emulate him. They don't want to live those values. It's just that way. Oh, I say what everybody said because everybody believes in this guy. This is their superhero. This is their Goku, right? This is their Hercules, the acceptable son of God. But never like, hey, you know what he did with these bankers? Nah, yo, don't talk about that. Shut it down. Shut it down. Literally, the mindset that those people put in. So again, the grifter mindset. What are they building on? Nothing. Nothing at all. Versus, here's a good example. Something I learned in New York from martial arts, because people might watch this eventually. If somebody ever watches it, it's from the martial arts perspective. In New York City, there are so many martial arts studios. McDojo, shitty ones, in between ones that look great, really expensive ones, really creepy expensive ones, all of it. So my sensei told me one, man, karate studios are like a pizza parlor. And every corner you can find one, right? So when I teach classes, I teach the best class I could teach. Because, man, to me, people are paying $200, $300, $400 a month to come train here. I used to work at a place that the clients paid $250 for every session with us. $250. So again, people, they're valuing this significantly, that they're putting this amount of money behind it. So I understood what I'm doing is very valuable to people, right? But then here in the Dominican Republic, people are, the training is kind of, I'm not shitting on the martial arts, but I'm saying like gym culture in general. You see the stuff where the trainer's there, he's on his phone, he's flirting with all the girls, that type of shit. That doesn't happen at a gym where someone's paying $300 an hour. Because the owner you get the fuck out of here. I pay you to train these people. Bye. I need a world-class trainer to train because that's what they're paying me for. So I have these principles when I teach children, adults, doesn't matter, there's an element of fun. With children, it has to be even more so. Right? And if you introduce an element of fun, you're having fun. And if you're having fun, they're having fun. And the learning process is a lot better. But since people here, that's what I'm trying to say, have this kind of fucking mindset, they've never been in like, hey, you have to produce something that's worth the price people are paying for. And that's why people expect martial arts and training and stuff just to be free all the time. And it's not that like, you don't give it away. I donate my time and give it away. But that's why I see all gyms just don't succeed, because they have this mindset more so like combat sports. So like somebody got to come just give a shit. Like, dude, you have to make your class has to be so good that people feel stupid for paying the gym money. That's how people feel with me. Like, yo, I get all the results. And what? And I only spend this amount of time, and it's awesome, and I'm learning how to fight, and I'm having a great time with cool people. And you can't beat this I guess I should start wrapping it up. I don't know how many rounds I'm in. All right, it's for 10 rounds. This should have been just half hour. So this should be close to the end. Anyway, the Goku culture, the Goku stuff. When it comes to Dragon Ball, and there's a lot of gym bros are really into Goku, and they say Goku inspired them to lift. I understand that with martial arts, because Goku is a martial artist. That's his whole thing. He's going around the universe to train martial arts, to test himself using martial arts. Becoming stronger is part of the training. Gravity, weightlifting, all that stuff is part of the training. And even the martial arts skill isn't even all of Goku's training. Goku goes through hardships, you know, the challenges of life, friends, the hero's journey. You know, trying to be a good person despite being so powerful, and the burden of responsibility because of his power. That's Goku. And I think the path of martial arts really gets you to that. If you're training it in a holistic way. But this just, I lift because Goku. That shit is retarded, bro. You ever fuck anybody that only lift weights? I swear, you're retarded. Because you see these guys like this. And there's a real fight. You get like a, no, oh, but I got a gun. Same thing, you're going to freak out. And when situations arises, you don't know how to deal with it. That's the problem with Bagwork. If you forget that people hit back and hard and hurt you. And you're going to have to fight back hurt. Then you don't get any of that from weightlifting. You get no challenge. I mean, you get physical challenge. It's a mental endurance. You build all those things. But you don't tap into the higher levels unless you involve in the combat sports. And I'm not saying you have to go fight and become a gladiator for Dana White and get paid peanuts. No, I'm gonna become a gladiator. I'm gonna suck the right dick and then get paid $1 billion. Oh man, it's crazy when you realize like all of these stuff, the top guys aren't the top guys. They're just the top goys. Top goers are up to close. That's better. Yeah. I think that should be enough. I think the timer went crazy. Right? Oh, I way past it. Anyways, see the here. Another scattered, but a couple rounds in, light, talking. Thinking of doing this more, maybe putting it on Substack. Seeing that I can't do it on Instagram, I do it on Substack as a freebie. If you want to join in, and I'll do a guided class, everything together. And follow on. But follow on the channel. Please subscribe. Check out the Fear Transmutation Manual, which is more kind of application focused to everything I've been talking about. It's free. There's no commitment other than your email. Because I'm just, you know, just so I can stay in contact with you guys. And if not, you don't feel comfortable with just giving your email, DM me and I'll give you like the link to directly to the website and a PDF too if you want. Whatever. I'm just trying to help out. Thank you for watching, and I love to hear what you think about this. Get back to training, guys. Take care. Os.